Okay, so here we are. We are in chapter 6, lesson 4, and we're talking about anti-aliasing. And anti-aliasing, I never know if I pronounce this correctly, but anti-aliasing is the fact that as elements, a type in this case, are made of pixels, you see this little, the aliasing is the ability to see the jagged edges on curves, because eventually this type is actually made of pixels. But what's happening here is when you have anti-aliasing applied, they introduce darker shadings of gradual shadings pixels in between the jagged edges to produce an overall more smooth look to the font. When you're far away, it's not necessarily easy to spot, when, especially but when your type gets bigger on your image that you're producing, it becomes more apparent. So you have to be careful with that. So we're on page 618. This is lesson 4, and we're applying anti-aliasing to type. We're going to go to the layer panel, and we're going to choose the center stage. We're going to target the center stage layer. And we're going to double click the thumbnail, double click to select the text. Okay? So if you double click the thumbnail on the layers panel, the text on that layer gets selected. We're going to go to the set the anti-aliasing method list arrow on the options bar. And in this case, it's this guy here on the very top. I'm going to let the tooltip show up. And in this case here, mine was in smooth. I don't know exactly what the default is, but you're supposed to choose strong. And you notice that something happened on the center stage type. We're going to commit changes, and we're going to take a look at this. Let's see what happened here. I'm going to do it again. You don't have to do this. I just want to have a comparison. I'll double click on this, and I'll change this to none. Oh, and none looks really bad, right? There's no anti-aliasing right now on this. But if I apply smooth, let me see what it looks like, and as opposed to strong. Okay, so between I'm gonna say sharp, crisp, strong, and smooth. I think it's in from none all the way to most, and we're going to strong at this point. I don't know why they're not going to smooth. Smooth seems to be more detailed. But anyways, so we applied strong at this point. Yep. Click on commit changes. And they want you to, what was it on before? Was it sharp? Does anybody know? Because they're telling you on the next page to undo that. But mine was on smooth, so I'm not sure. Either way, they tell you to go to the history panel and erase that step. I don't even have my history panel open because I really don't use that thing. But let's go. On this panel, they just tell you to erase the state in which you did that. I'm gonna just backtrack to open, I guess. And what does that do to my text? Let me just make sure here. Type 2. Where's my layer? I don't like. I'm gonna get this guy out here. Yeah, mine was on smooth before. I think I remember seeing some of you guys had it on sharp. So mine was on smooth to begin with when I first opened this document. Okay, so you undo all the way to whatever you had before.